If I look back from where or when the center started practically 10 years ago,
yes,
and make a comparison on where we are, and I agree with Madam Phoebe that yes, we are making progress, but there is still much more that we can do, especially when we start to talk about matters to do with inclusivity and equality. Why do we have much more to do? It's because there is a lack of an awareness about disability. And people tend to think that if you have a disability, you have negated your rights as a human being. So the first step for us really is to create an awareness. And that's why the 3rd of December is really an important day for us, just to further this agenda of awareness creation on disability rights, the inclusion that we are advocating for, and also the participation of persons with disability in our societies and in our communities. For us as an institution, really, we've been trying to do this by through our living testimony, through our daily activities, where we are able to go around our villages, picking up our students and bringing them to the center using our buses and our transport system. Just this aspect that the mother or the family is encouraged to bring out their child to the pickup point is already trying to create an awareness. Because when we create this an awareness, then people tend to know that these children are with us. This reality is present. But then there's another gap when you look at this progress that we are trying to make. When you look at the context of the laws that are there, in the national context and the international context, so many laws are there, yes, so many frameworks, so many institutions, offices. But then there's a very big gap between the law and the impact that it has on the daily life of persons with disability. And that's why we are here today, just to talk about this, how we can bring the law, the offices, the institutions to really impact in a very practical way in the lives of persons with disability, and especially children and youth with intellectual disabilities. Because for us, they're the most vulnerable. The capacity to take consent, to give consent is not there. But then we tend to keep them in the corners. We tend to assume them simply because people are not aware. And in this ignorance, yes, that's where all the discrimination, the stigma, the stereotyping is coming from.